got to be careful that you don't major on the minors. Here's what some people do. Sometimes people get caught up in this thing. They make a big deal out of something that really isn't such a big deal, and they completely overlook something that's really important. That's what was happening in Jesus' day. In Matthew chapter 15, verse 1, it says, "Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread." So they had this tradition that they would wash in a real ceremonial way before they ate, make a big deal about it. And Jesus' disciples, they didn't mess with all of that. And so this is a big problem for the scribes and Pharisees. Verse 10, Jesus, he called the multitude and said unto them, Hear and understand, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth. This defileth a man. And so he's saying, hey, you guys are focusing on the outside, washing the hands. What I want you to think about is focusing on the inside, washing the heart. And so he goes on to say, and Jesus said, Are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught? In other words, you're talking about defiling the person. What you eat, you're going to digest part of it, and then the rest of it you're going to get rid of. But those things which proceed out of the mouth, so you got something going into the mouth, which is going to become part of your body, and it goes on out. But he says, what I want you to do is focus on what comes out of the mouth. Those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashen hands defileth not a man. And so he completely dismantles their religious thing that they were doing. And in doing so, he says, you are looking at the outside. I'm talking about what comes from within. You're looking at something that's not a big deal, and I'm talking about something that's a huge deal. He says, it's what comes out of the mouth that defiles the man, because what comes out of the mouth reveals what's going on inside the heart. And this list of these things that Jesus has here, he says, evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. All of this stuff is inside of a person, in the heart. And when they talk, this stuff comes out. And Jesus says, here you are washing your hands thinking you're not going to be defiled. But what I'm telling you is that you're already defiled. You're defiled in your heart. And you can't wash that off with water. It takes the blood of Christ to wash the heart. You've got to have redemption and forgiveness from Jesus to wash the heart. And so I want to ask this morning, do you major on the major things, or are you caught up in majoring on the minors? If you're majoring on the minors like they were in Jesus' day, you need to rethink what's going on, because the most important thing that's going on with you is what's coming out of your mouth that came from your heart. You need a new heart. You need to have that heart transformed, and you need to have that heart be a heart that belongs to the Lord. The Bible says with the heart man believes. Well, Jesus says here that an unbelieving heart has all of this junk coming out of it. And so we need that heart to be something that belongs to the Lord, that he has control over, and that he can take and wash that thing and get rid of the junk that's inside of us. I just want to encourage you this morning. Let's focus on the things that Jesus says are important, like what's going on in our heart. God bless you. Have a great day.